All right, so welcome to Java. Today is day one, week one, Monday of the Java stack. This is the morning session. So today we're going to talk about the course, learn some Java, right? So the first day is basically the Java stack pretty much mirrors the Python stack. So everything we did in Python is going to be basically the same exact schedule, except we're doing Java, okay? So the first day is sort of introduction to Java, getting used to the syntax, some sort of, what's a string, what's a data type, that kind of thing. The next 2 days is both days are devoted to OOP. So we'll be talking about object-oriented programming in Java. Java is more strictly OOP than Python. You can't have a file in Java that is not a class, right? So if you make a anything.java, it's got to be a class. Okay, so it's very strict in that sense that we can't, in Python, we could have a class, we could have a recipe or a user.py, and it could be a class or it could not, right? We may just have a util.py, which was a bunch of functions. You can't do that in Java. It has to be a class. Okay, so we'll talk about OOP tomorrow. I'm sorry. Yeah, tomorrow and Wednesday we'll cover OOP. Thursday will be a catch-up day. So all the assignments are listed at the bottom with links to them. So there's a lot of assignments today. We'll demo most of them and get up to Cafe Business Logic is the only core. Okay. So again, Thursday is the catch-up day. Friday is when we get into Spring, okay, which is the framework that uses Java to create web applications. Okay. Okay. Any questions so far? Who is our TA? We don't have a TA. So there's only 14 of us, so it's you guys are stuck with just me. It shouldn't be too bad. I mean, it's this is a relatively small class. They're still looking for TAs, so if anybody's interested after this class, if you want to be a TA, we need TAs. So we should be okay though, because this again, there's a small number of us. I should be okay by myself.
How's the pay?
Uh, it's not great, but not terrible. It's depending on experience. They'll, I think I don't remember what the starting is, but it's, you know,
I'll consider.
yeah, kick it around. It's a good experience. I mean, it's just from my personal experience, my understanding of this exploded as soon as I started teaching it. And I did have a student, and I'm not saying this to recruit the heavy hitters in the class as free TAs, but I had a student that was hired by AWS before he graduated, and he helped students as much, if not more, than I did. He was constantly helping other people with their code. And I'm not saying that if you help out, you're going to get a job at AWS, right? But if you understand this better, like everybody's at a different place, if you feel more comfortable with this and you're comfortable helping other people, it will benefit you. Okay.
Right.
All right. So any questions on the course? Oh, let me finish talking about the course. So Friday, we're going to start spring. And then the following week will be all spring development. So we're going to basically start building, just like we did in Python, we're going to develop the CRUD applications or the CRUD functionality for Spring applications. So just like we did Flask in Python, we're going to be doing Spring with Java. So the next week is all implementations of CRUD functionality, using session to log people in, and so on and so forth. And then the following week will be the belt exam. Belt exam will be on Wednesday. Monday and Tuesday of that week will be a review. And yeah, then you will be basically graduates of Coding Dojo. You need black belt. Oh, so for the TA. Yeah. So yeah, they prefer you to have probably 2 black belts. I don't know if you need to have all 3. I think they've hired TAs without all three. All right, any questions? All right. So just I know you guys have all know this, but just in case, I think some people I haven't had before. I see some unfamiliar names. So if you haven't had me before, it's same basic idea. The lecture recordings will be here, but again, the individual lecture recordings, I like when I'm done recording this lecture, I will post it right here. Okay, so look for the lecture recordings on the day and the time when I made them. Okay, so I'll try to break them up into smaller bite-sized pieces. Lecture recordings, this will be a link to basically like the playlist for the class. Okay, so I don't update this as often as I update down here. So the lectures for all the different topics will be here. Okay. GitHub link is here as usual. So go here. This
Quick
will be.
question.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt.
No.
Regarding the recordings, are they going to be labeled just by the dates and day or by the subject?
I try to get as close to the subject as possible. Like this is just sort of intro, so this will be intro.
Right.
We're going to talk about variables next, so there'll be one called variables and so on.
Got it.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, and by the way, don't apologize for interrupting me. Please interrupt me. If I say anything that doesn't make sense, I shouldn't say if. When I say something that doesn't make sense, interrupt me because it probably didn't make sense to a dozen other people. So the repository for this class, again, is right here. If you click on GitHub, it will take you to the repo. As I do the demos are going to be in this folder marked demos. And then all of the demonstrations and all of the topics are listed here in the README. So I'm going to start by talking about, well, we're going to start with Hello World and how Java works and all that stuff. But the first Java program, this will take you to a README for the first Java program. And when I will demo this, and you'll see the code will be here on GitHub when you need it. Okay, any questions about that? Okay, so also the lecture slides that I do, if you click on, oh, okay, that's annoying. All right, so, oh, that's why they do it. Okay, yeah. All right, anyway, the lecture slides, if you click on the link in the README, will take you to the, whoops, I lied, it's not there. Where did I put it? Oh, in the main README, there we go. So this will take you to the slides that I give every day. So the day one, I break up the days by day 1, 2, 3, and 4 because it's sort of those days kind of go together. I know you're all jealous of my front end skills, right? I know it's amazing. But anyway, so this is basically I'm gonna follow this for my lectures, and then I'll do the demos and all that stuff. Okay, questions?